everybody, welcome back to my channel. Every time I wear a mask for longer than 30 minutes, something happens to my face, whether it's around my lip area or like here or whatever. It's been a very emotionally and spiritually and mentally jam-packed year, let's just say that. And so I had to really work on, you know, doing what I felt like doing, and I didn't feel the call to make any more videos, but I am so excited to be back because I just got this urge all of a sudden to just be making a lot of videos. So in today's video we are going to talk about how you too can go on a beautiful safari in Africa without paying tons of money, because that's just like, that's crazy, right? So this is one of my journals. I have many journals. I like to like put things like this, like, because I love to travel, right? Travel far enough, you meet yourself. And this literally happened. I'm gonna make another video talking about travel and spirituality and how I literally was able to know myself through traveling. You know, there are different avenues that people go through to be able to, you know, awaken this beautiful part of them. And for me, it happened through this. I want to show you guys this picture right here. You see this picture? People there in the safari. It looks like somewhere in Africa. And yes, travel, it leaves you speechless and turns you into a storyteller. And that's true, and that's why I have so many stories to talk about. But anyway, first step you want to do is obviously like plan. Anyways, that was in my journal, right? And so I forgot about it, and then all of a sudden I got this idea that I really want to go for a safari. I want to go for an animal safari, and I want it to be in the best and most authentic safari location. So I did my research and, you know, wrote everything down. I was like floored. I was floored to find out the prices of these safaris. Like, what? They all varied in price, right? But they were all going to the same park, the same animals. They're gonna see the same tigers, the same lions. I was very discouraged in the beginning, and I was like, there's no way I can afford this. At the time, I was working my 9 to 5. I studied civil engineering, but contrary to popular beliefs, when you are entry level, and I don't even know how long this entry level seems to last, and I was making crappy money. I was living in Boston, which is very expensive, and I was drowned in student loans, all these excuses that my head could come up with as to why I could not afford the $4,000. But because my passion for travel is greater than any excuses, I always find ways. So when I did my research, I found that the best place in the world, the most authentic safari place in the world, was Maasai Marra, which is in Kenya, and East Africa, which is a land, the savannah is actually between Tanzania and Kenya. Like, we actually, during the tour, we drove to the point where the two countries meet, but obviously they're not gonna put a border there because, you know, animals don't care. They don't know, hey, I'm in Kenya, or like, hey, let me go to Tanzania. They just know Earth, right? So, but because of the season, it's important to know which side you want to go on, because they do have the migration of the wildebeest. And so I somehow picked the perfect location, which was in July. The season was in Kenya, and by the way, it was cold. It was cold there. So don't think just because it's in Africa it's gonna be hot. No, it was freezing cold. So one of the things I always do is that I try to look for local companies. When you look at Iceland, for example, or Africa, you find that a lot of these tour companies that are charging like crazy amounts, they're not even local. They're probably like some rich business people that were like, oh, okay, this is a great tourism place, let me go there and start my business. And that is especially the case for these safari companies, what I do is I always try different creative ways to connect to the locals wherever I go, because the locals always have the key. And I know this for a fact because I was born in Morocco, which is highly huge on tourism, and so I see what happens when people are more aware and they're more connected to the locals. They know how things work versus when they're just pure tourists. They're just giving their money away and they're getting charged these crazy amounts, and people are willing to do this because they think, okay, this is what it is, whatever you tell me. It's not true. It's not true. So I always try to connect with the locals. When you Google local tourism companies in Kenya, I'm not sure you get that many locals. Like, you'll get the ones that say they are local, but they charge like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I know that once you get in the country, it's easier to go to a location there, like a tourist locations. They have different tourist companies and you can book your safari through there. It will be much easier than online. But if you are like me, and a lot of people do, especially if you're gonna be traveling alone, I went there alone, solo. It's kind of nerve-wracking, and if you're like me, I'm a Virgo, we like to plan. So I was like, there's no way, it's gonna be my first time in Kenya. I don't know anybody, I couldn't connect with anybody, and I'm not just gonna fly there and then find my way. I don't have enough time. I was there for a limited time. I didn't have enough time to find my way to the area with all the tourism desks and then book, right? So since I couldn't find it there, then I searched on Facebook, and actually Facebook has a lot of groups, and I did a lot of research. I mean, it took me days and days and days. I was so discouraged, but I still kept looking and still kept looking and still kept looking, and then I found a company that charges around $260. So the company that I found, and please bear with my phone because I dropped it, I'll leave you guys a screenshot of them. They're called Adventure Backpackers Tanzania, and by the way, you don't have to use them. There are many companies, there are many locals who start their own, and this is a wonderful way to support the community directly. When you're there, you literally see all these different tours, all these different groups, and you can't go there by yourself. By the way, you need to be with a tour because you need the help of a local, and you need the, you know, people with security, with guns, all the stuff. So I'm like, I just kept looking. I'm like, I wonder how much they paid. I feel like they paid 10,000, and those people paid this much, and those people paid this much. Meanwhile, I had the most authentic experience. I booked a 3-day. It was for $280, and it is a 3-day Maasai Marra special, and you do go to the Maasai Marra. Everything, let me tell you guys what's included. They do pick you up from Nairobi, so if you do fly to Kenya, you're gonna be flying into Nairobi. Nairobi is the big city, that's where the international airport is, and that in itself was wonderful. I can give you guys my itinerary if you want to see. I can make a video and talk about my itinerary in Kenya, because I was there alone, I was there solo, but just in Nairobi I was able to see so many crazy, amazing things. So day one, they pick you up from Nairobi and take you to Maasai Marra. Food is included, so 3 days is included. You go there, you stay in a wonderful tent, and the tent actually has a toilet. Like, there's a bathroom, like you open it up with a zipper, and there's a real toilet, a running toilet. There's a real shower there. It was really cold though. I believe the water was cold, and there is like with electricity, it doesn't work all the way. Like, there are times for the electricity, but honestly you don't even need it besides to charge your phone like early in the morning, or charge your camera equipment, and then you head out, because you don't spend time in camp that much. You are there to see the animals. You're there to go see the Maasai tribe, so you will not have time to be hanging out in the tent. And I think this is what distinguishes the really big companies that charge so much money from these local companies, is that the big companies take you to like this luxurious looking hotel with a pool and everything, but on your way to the park you do stop for a hot lunch, and then once you get to the park, once you get to your, you know, accommodation place, you do get your food again, you get dinner, and then you get accustomed with things. Because I was alone, one of the girls in our group was also by herself, and so they roomed us together, and we're still friends. She's from Ghana, and she was great. She was amazing. Like, I was so happy to have her in my group. You wake up super early. They wake you guys up like in the dark. That's why I said you don't really spend much time in the hotel, because by the time you're done with the safari and the tour, the whole day, at the end of the day, you go back, you eat, shower, and you sleep, because you're gonna be exhausted, because you do wake up right before sunrise, because they want to make sure they get you in there to see the beautiful African sunrise. If you do want to go to the village, the Maasai village, which is an incredible experience on its own, you do have to pay an extra fee of $20. I know some people in our group didn't want to do that, but it was worth it. Let me tell you, it was one of the best parts of the whole trip. Trust me, trust me, trust me. If you are gonna go, pay the extra fee and go spend time with this tribe, with the Maasai tribe. The connection you build, literally take you inside their home. They talk to you a little bit more about the culture, and so that you have a better understanding of how other cultures operate. And they do the whole Maasai dance, and it was amazing. The knowledge I gained from that experience, it was just, you couldn't, like, $20 was not enough. Like, even if it was like $1 million, like, it was such an authentic experience. So it was more than worth it. And I think these big tours too, the ones that charge a lot of money, I believe you do have to pay extra to be able to do that. And yeah, that's the company that I found. You can find other companies, they're really good, and I would definitely suggest it. Save your money, don't waste your money on these $4,000 or $5,000. It's not worth it. I don't know why they're driving up the price that high, why they're trying to make this beautiful experience only limited to a certain certain few. This was such a wonderful, humbling experience. Just being there, just seeing these animals like the giraffes and how they're all together. And I'll post some videos if I have some, but as you can see, I'm very passionate about this. Like, I love this, and so I want to help everybody to get the same feeling. I want everyone to be able to experience our beautiful planet. If you guys have any suggestions of any videos you would like to see in the future, please write me down below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Bye!